I have married in this village for more than 20 years, and this issue has been there before I come. But from that time till now, I'm a mother now, and then I'm a grandmother, and my children, they go through this issue. From that time till now, nothing has been changed.
Without safe drinking water, we are facing many difficulties in the village. That's the only place we have our path for the population of 171. We all have our path in that same green pool in the middle of our village.
I saw plenty women make a line in the river, but in the river there's very drought. And when they ask for the water from the government, they supply water twice in a week. But still that's not enough.
Our source of water has dried up, like it comes into the town for the village. And we've got about 2 other settlements that we all use one time.
I feel that not when issues arise and that they act, but they should, before, they should do their routine as well.
And like the women are unaware of the procedure of where to go to get the police to help them, to what extent. There have been cases where the police have been called, but they sometimes say they are unavailable or there is lack of vehicles to reach. So the women have lost a bit of hope that the police would be there when they need them.
And when I see mothers, our light is still on. I see them with their children, with their blankets, moving here and there. I could imagine something really big is happening. There's a big problem out there. We all went out and we saw these ladies rushing to the school for evacuation center.
If you go to Tawaki today, you'll see that some houses, half of them on the sand and half inland. The boy trees which is planted along the shore, along the coast, they are being washed away.
With transport, it requires money to travel. And in the community, there's not enough cash inflow. So with their income or financial problem, how can they travel right across to meet all their needs?
So whenever we have health issues, everyone in Lambasa actually faces it. So though Buleka is on the other side and Brimol is on the other side, we actually need to look at the main thing, which is health, and most probably the main thing that we need is infrastructure and road conditions to improve.
No, Nasori has a health center there, but when we go to the hospital, they don't have enough doctors, as well as they don't have enough medicines.
Sometimes when we go there, there's a lack of medicine. Like, for example, there is not enough oxygen for a heart person.
There was a case, I went inside the washroom, and there was a mother changing the baby's diaper just on the floor of the washroom. And me as a mother, I really feel for her.
Kornum as a whole is a cane farming settlement. So one household will be about 2 to 3 kilometers from each other. So they'll run to the nearest household to be able to get telephone, to call the nearest carrier available at the place. If not, they'll have to bring right to town to be able to get that pregnant woman across.
Because the rubbish that's been dumped into the river are all sorts. The stench that comes from it, it's an eyesore, and it also affects the livelihood of the people living in my area who are unemployed, who don't have proper piped water.
Some of them have graduated from tertiary institutions and from national employment centers, but they do not have a place to go to get a job. So the last resort is just to stay at home and help their mother.
But they've been being more informed about HIV, about protection, about sex protection, and all of these diseases that can come up, about teenage pregnancy, what to do or where to go if you're really scared, like to turn up to your mom and dad. That's another thing we also do.
It's like because we go back and we educated the men in the community. Wherever we go, we share our stories and we connect the men to them. Because unless the man is educated to to know what we are coming for, I think more development will be happening in the community.
We women are the backbone of our homes, our country. We should be heard, we should be given to voice our concern on issues like we are raising it today.
Because when you are represented at a body, then you are guaranteed a space, you are guaranteed a voice.